Well, for us, what that means is treating each other with respect at work, treating our clients with respect, and making the right choice, especially when no one's looking. So when you're presented all the time as a contractor with choices that have to be made, are you going to make more money on this if you cut a corner? And we just wanted to make a place and a slogan that said to our people and to whoever is our customer, we're not going to do that. We're going to make the right choice regardless of profit.
Easton Roofing, where integrity matters.
Clayton Kershaw now third on the Dodgers' career strikeout list last night.
That's what you say.
Who's number one on the Dodgers' career strikeout list?
Koufax?
Don Sutton.
It is Don Sutton. He passed Koufax last night for fourth.
Don Sutton did? That was a move there.
Wow.
Kershaw
Good
did.
for
Number
him.
two on that list. The Dodgers are one of only two teams that have four guys to have 2,000 strikeouts. No other teams.
What does the Dodgers rank? One is
Sutton, Drysdale, Kershaw,
Okay.
Koufax.
Okay.
The
I'm a
Dodgers.
little surprised at Drysdale because his career wasn't that long.
No, it
either.
wasn't that long either.
10 years, I think, and then he just said bye-bye.
Yeah.
Only two franchises have more than two such guys with 2,000 strikeouts. Who's the other franchise that has four? Dodgers have four. This other team has four. Nobody else has more than two.
Braves.
Braves.
Yeah. Maddox, Glavine,
Smoltz, Negro, Spahn, and Glavine. Maddox almost got there, 1828.
He has
Lou
3,000
Burdette?
for his career. He has that many more. No, I know.
yeah.
He has that many more elsewhere. Huh?
Yeah.
Wow, interesting.
Royals have none. Their record holders, 1458.
If you're headed home right now, you want to grab a great dinner, grab some sandwiches at Good Sense. You can go to goodsensesubs.com, order them in advance, and pick them up. Slicing the meats and cheeses right in front of you, so you know it's the freshest you're going to find. Baking the bread fresh twice each day. You can get it at your neighborhood Good Sense, goodsensesubs.com, to order in advance. They'll even deliver it, for crying out loud, if you're tired of working. Like me, it's been a killer week, Danny.
That's right.
Sports talk radio really takes it out of you.
It does.
We have moments, but it's a pretty good gig. I'm
Sure,
not
it's a
complaining.
good gig. But a 4-hour show's a long show.
Doesn't mean I've had enough of the people around here, though. Let's go! Woo!
You know, here's a funny note.
No, this will take too long.
I was listening to you yesterday. Now, this is totally related to sports.
Okay.
Listened yesterday, and it was the subject of Zack Greinke came up, and then just routinely, Curtis said he was going to be a Hall of Famer, and
No doubt Hall of Famer.
All right, and
Pete jumped him today.
Yeah,
and I
punched me in the face. I couldn't believe it.
And
I was like, Pete, settle down,
and
buddy.
when you said it, I was like, huh? But you're right. He's about to win his 200th game, but why don't I think
Well, he's
of
5
him
away from his 200th.
that
Because
way?
he hasn't.
3.
Is he at 197?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Boy, look at that. He's going to get to 300, don't you think, Danny?
I think not 300, 200.
Come on. He's going to 300.
No chance.
Both him and Verlander.
There's no way.
Come on.
Although Verlander, well, how many Verlander got now?
218, I think.
I mean, whatever he's done to rejuvenate himself after
Totally
a
legit.
couple of years that look
Totally
like,
legit.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Found the right girl.
That could be it. I think he definitely found the right girl, but I think he literally, he found her and then he sucked for like a couple of years, and I think maybe it was like she's like the bomb. She's Kate Upton. I can't suck in front of her. I mean,
I gotta get this together.
I gotta man up. She married a Cy Young Award winner.
Are they even married? I didn't even know they were even married.
I think
they are?
They're married now.
They are?
I
Okay.
think they're married.
Well,
How stupid am I? Here's the consecutive seasons. Let's see their total seasons and make sure that there are partial seasons in here. But the loss total after he left the Royals each season.
Yeah, it's crazy.
6, 5, 3, 2, 4, 8, 3, 7, 7. Last year 11, 4. That's how many games he's lost every year. I mean, it's a joke.
That's why he's first of all, only good teams trade for him because they're like, when he plays for a bad team, he decides, I don't really like this. I want to mow the grass. So don't go get him unless you're going to be good. And I think it's wise for the Diamondbacks to cut bait here. Although I don't love the haul they got, but I do think Zach is not. You're not going to get $1.10 on the dollar for Zach for his clubhouse
Oh,
rah.
Sure.
We got to bring him in there. You know, Zach used to pick on Billy Butler, for crying out loud. Now that's funny in and of itself that Zach's picking on anybody. But
well,
I mean,
everybody picked on Butler.
Well, that's true. That's true. I mean, we love Billy. Billy's a good guy, but yeah, he literally would harangue Butler, and so he's not a great clubhouse guy because we know he's aloof and indifferent and all that kind of stuff. But he also can be an ass, right? And so if you trade for him, you better not pay $1 for $1.
But
I don't think.
But I also think a lot of baseball people are in the Brian McRae camp that, you know, the starting pitchers, they're just different people.
Right.
They got to go out there every 5 days. They're good for us. Leave them alone. Let them do what they want.
Yeah.
They don't
no, I agree.
You know, an everyday player probably has to be a better guy, I would think, in the clubhouse.
I would think
even
so
though
too.
they're there all the time. But, you know,
I think if you're good, they don't care.
Right.
I don't think anybody cares. If you go out
unless you're really, you got to be probably the biggest
Buddy
jerk.
Buddy Pell said it all. Renelvi's, you're not good enough to be an a-hole.
Right.
If you're good enough, you can be one.
Mm-hmm.
Bonds was one. He was fine.
Yeah, that's true. He was
40,
but he was
73.
I'd say he was
1,000 slug. You're fine being an
a-hole.
a-hole,
The guy
buddy.
he eventually became with the lounge chair and the but at that point he was otherworldly good. Say he was just good then.
Yeah.
He might have got traded around a little bit.
I think that's why Zach's bounced around all over the place because Zach's a handful. I mean, you got to deal with some stuff with Zach. But
in 8.5 seasons,
when you're ready to win and you got a strong clubhouse with Altuve and Verlander and Bregman and Springer, you got that clubhouse.
Right.
And I think A.J. Hinch is a pretty damn good manager, despite him yelling at me one time in the Royals clubhouse. I still don't hold it against him. I actually take it as a badge of honor.
You should have.
He got yelled. Yeah, he yelled at me
said
once.
to him, "You're not good enough to be an a-hole."
he wasn't as a player.
He was a bad player.
He wasn't as a player.
He was a high draft choice.
But anyway, that clubhouse will be fine with Greinke.
I had to check just in case.
Sure.
See, did Hinch actually catch Greinke? They missed each other by 2 years in case. AJ was here through 2002 and Greinke got here in 2004. But since he left the Royals, 8.5 seasons, 137 and 55.
I think he is a Hall of Famer.
6.
Oh yeah, I do too. My whole point of this is I shouldn't have had that thought cross my mind.
Right.
And maybe it's because he pitches all the time on the West Coast.
Yep.
I haven't seen him pitch very much really since
the World Series.
Well, it looks a
Only been
lot
in the
like what
playoffs.
you remember.
Yeah.
Right.
It's brilliant.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he is a
no. I
he
see
is
the
a
highlights,
savant.
but it's just like if he was pitching somewhere else, I'd see him pitch more often. Just by rote.
I know what you're saying, but you're right, and you're going to see more of him now at the Astros, and we'll see him back in the playoffs pitching this year. But I do think that he might pitch this year and next. I definitely think he likes the coin, and he's got a big check this year and next, and then he might retire. If he doesn't retire, I think he might go to 50. And I told Curtis this is why I think because we did an odds yesterday of getting to 300. Anybody's new to the program, we have a wager. Curtis says no one.
My odds are just like the 16th seed winning in the NCAA tournament. I think it's never going to happen.
Right, and the 16th seed did.
And I will. Right, and I was wrong about that, and I will die. I will die on that hill. I don't think it's going to happen.
But yours is
baseball even more is trending toward not.
Right, I know.
More wins.
You can have a one-off and have yours go awry. It takes more than a one-off for someone to get to 300. That's why I think it's
true.
less likely that mine's going to be than yours.
I'm not going to bog down on this because you and I spend. This is an obsession.
We've done this a lot too.
But for Greinke, I'm just saying for Greinke, the thing about him is, I think if he doesn't walk after the contract ends, because he had a $200 million contract, he should be fine. He's eating at Chipotle and mowing the grass himself. I mean, I'm sure got a lot of that bread still in the jar. So if he doesn't walk, I actually think now is when it starts to entertain him. Like when he loses something on the fastball, I think that's when he's going to be like, oh, okay, actually, how do I do this? And I think he might be the guy who pitches to 44 years old.
I said if he gets to 300, he might go to
Who knows what nobody
yeah.
knows what he's going to do, so everyone has decided he's going to quit.
Right.
I say nobody knows what he's going to do. He might go till he's 45, and you might be screwed, and the guy wins 325.
Well, he's going to have to. He's going to have to pitch for a long time because this is the way baseball is played now. The last 4 seasons, as great as he is, he's averaged 12 wins a season.
And since 11, I mentioned how good the winning percentage is, 714. That's the second highest winning percentage of anybody with 200 starts in that time frame. But Kershaw's better. He's only averaged 15 wins.
So let me give you a reason why I think he'll
7
average.
years.
Stop waving your hand. All right? I see you.
He wants to
You're
break.
yelling
He was real late. You were really late the first time, so he's really mad. He's really mad this time.
I'll say this is the last thing, and then I'll break. Okay? He's so pissed. Listen, this is why I think he'll win more. How many years you say?
You mean the last 4 years?
You said last 4 years. Okay. Will you take this bet? I will bet that he wins more the next 4.
Than the last 4? Oh, yeah. I would tend to agree with that.
Why? Because I'll tell you what my logic is.
He's playing for the Astros. That's why.
Well, but he's only under contract this year and next.
No, one more after that, I think.
You think it's 2 more?
I do believe it's 2.
Okay.
2 more. Yeah.
Well, here's the other reason. Like, if you want to go back 5, I'll take 5 because I think he's only going to play now for Yankees, Red Sox, Dodgers. Like, he's only going to play for really good teams
for a while
because they're going to be signing him for 1 or 2 year deals, and those are the teams that'll pay a guy $30 million a year for 2 years.
I think he might stay for a while with the Astros because it's a big spending team, but it's not really considered a big market team or a big media pressure environment. It seems kind of perfect for him.
They actually might be even right now as good as they are the 3rd most important team in that town.
Right.
I mean, the Texans are definitely number 1. And the massive amount of college football, maybe you could even say they're 4th behind UT and A&M. Call them number 2.
Right.
And then number 3 might be the Rockets right now because they get massive pub down there, and the NBA's blowing up so big. They might be the 4th most important entity. And Texas and A&M individually might be worth more.
Now, if they win the World Series this year, that'd be 2
I don't say we're going to break.
out of 3. So, yeah, okay. I'm shutting up.
More of Danny's Reasonably Irreverent podcast after this.
We're here with Joe Spiker of Easton Roofing. And Joe, oftentimes people will wait to replace their roof until there is a weather event. What should they know about that?
Well, Danny, the important thing to remember is if you're going to turn in a claim to your insurance company, you want to make sure that you actually have damage on your home. If you turn in a claim to your insurance company and they send an insurance adjuster out, it's going to be a claim whether they give you $1 or $10,000. So it's important to make sure that you actually have damage on your home before you turn that claim in. And all you have to do is give us a call. We'll come out, take a look, and make sure there's real damage, and we'll tell you if there's not. Maybe it's just a small repair and it's not worth a claim. So it's always smart to get somebody you trust to make sure there's damage before you turn in a claim.
Quality advice and guidance from Easton Roofing, where integrity matters.
I'm dealing with drama. You know how it is.
Big fan of the panini, aren't you?
They make the really good softball bats.
Just shut up. Just shut up before I punch both of you. It is the program here on Sports Radio 810 WHB. Soren, Petro, Curtis Seabolt. Jed Marshall running the operation, being a bit of a punk about when we break. It is Danny Klinkskill here. Danny Unleashed is what it is. It's brought to you by Easton Roofing, commercial and residential. 4 straight years, voted Best of Houses, Angie's List Super Service Award winner. Easton Roofing, no payment collected until you're 100% satisfied. Call 913-257-5426. See them online at eastonroofing.com. Danny, back to the Chiefs. We got sidetracked on baseball.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. Zack Greinke, etc. What do you want?
Why do you want to? You wanted to?
No. I want to go back. I want to go back to the Chiefs.
Okay. Back to the Kansas City Chiefs.
That's right.
And I will tell you that. Are you concerned at all with the running back rotation?
Yeah, a little bit.
Really?
I mean, a little bit from the standpoint of I don't think that the Chiefs' offense has any chance of not being outstanding. If we were going to pick lint at the end of the season, maybe it will be that they have to throw the ball maybe a little bit more than they want to because they're not getting very good production in the running game, and there are, times in a game where the offense isn't humming along because they're getting a 1-yard gain on first down and they're insisting on running it on first down, or the draw play on second, which is always good for 6 yards, is going for 3 instead. By the way, when our defense is going to figure out that if there's an incomplete pass on first down, that the other team is absolutely positively going to run the ball on second down and not give up 7 yards. I mean, when are they going to figure that out? I figured it out. and I'm just me.
Just you.
I'm just some schmo watching on TV.